Hey everybody, I'm Tom Vasel. Welcome to Week in Review, where we take a look at all the games that we talked about over the past week, all the different videos that we've done, and we give you short summaries of them. Let's get going.
Hey everybody, Zee Garcia here. So last week I did a comparison video between Trekking the National Park 2nd Edition and Trekking the World, in which I put them side by side and showed you some similarities and differences. I also started a new little series called Unsung Gems. I'm going to go A, B, C, D. I'm going to go through the letters. And this is a little video in which I pick a few games that begin with A that I think deserve more attention, and I talk about them. Then I did a couple of reviews. So I reviewed Masters of the Night, which I rated 5.5 out of 10. This is a cooperative vampire-themed game. Very cool look. Kind of a neat, dark vibe. But the gameplay itself, I thought, has some real pacing issues. The entire thing feels not just languid, but it ties the player down. It gives you two actions. You always feel like you are barely doing anything in the game. And everything that is potentially cool in the game is very much towards the back end of the game that you, or I anyway, don't even get to. The game just sort of cuts me down before I even make it to that part. So I had some problems with that one, clearly. And then I reviewed Ankh, Gods of Egypt, together with the rest of the fellas, and I rated an 8 out of 10. I think as a two-player game, it is a fantastic experience. It is chess-like, engaging, gorgeously produced, very interesting, has several scenarios which I really like. But more players than that, I thought it had some issues, and the game is 2 through 5 players, so that's most of the player counts. And then another minor thing was just sort of these Guardian figures, these very cool extra pieces you get, are a very minor part of the entire thing. They don't matter as much as I thought they might. But again, that's a minor thing. So overall, I really do like the game. I think it is a wonderful, interesting, engaging game that is quite thinky. But I want to play it at 2 players. So there you go. That's it for me. I'll see you on the next one.
Hey, what's up everybody? This week I took a look at 2 games of Kemet, Blood and Sand, the new version of Kemet that's so shiny and fancy and pretty. And it's great. It's still a great game. It always has been. It always will be a great game. Kemet is gorgeous and fun. It's a great area control game that's very angry and mean. But also, I took a look at Stuffed Fables, Oh Brother, an adorable game in which you're playing a cooperative stuffed animals and toys. And you're trying to rescue other stuffed animals and toys so that you can keep your kid asleep and all that stuff through the night. But throughout doing this, we played the Oh Brother expansion, which is a far greater expansion than the base game even is. So if you're interested in playing Stuffed Fables, play this one first. It's just how I feel. So that's what I took a look at this week.
Hey there everybody, it's Mike DiLisio, and this week I reviewed 2 games. First I reviewed Rocketmen, which is a mix of a deck builder and a push your luck game set around the space race. I thought it did some interesting things. It didn't feel like every other deck builder out there, but I had a couple issues. Number one was the component quality was quite poor. The cards I felt were not going to hold up to repeated plays, and in a deck building game that's important. I also felt like the push your luck was maybe more punishing than most push your luck games are. I gave that a 6 out of 10. Couldn't quite get that seal of approval. I also was part of a 4 Squares review for Ankh, the new big last of the trilogy by Eric Lang and Simon Games. This game I feel like does a lot of things very well. I like how the rule set is very streamlined. It plays pretty quickly. It's a very, very good 2-player game, which I would not say about the other 2 in this series. But the biggest issue I have with it is this merge mechanic, which basically takes the 2 players that are lowest on the score track at a particular point of the game and moves them into one. I feel like it's a clever idea that doesn't really translate to a fun experience. So that's it for me this week. Let's keep it moving.
Okay, so for myself, this past week I reviewed Simon's Sorry, which you think might be a terrible game, and it's not terrible. It's just Simon with the Sorry board game added onto it. I know it's the name. People who like it are going to like it. Bug Hunt. This is for kids. I like it. It's fun for kids. It's a memory kind of dexterity game. It's mostly memory. The problem that this game is not, it's good and it will work for kids, but realize it's a big game without being a big game. It's a big box, but a small game. Coffee Trader. This one's barely a 7 for me in a sense that I do like it. I think there's a lot of fun things. There's a few small problems within this gorgeous production, and there's a lot of things going on, a lot to keep track of. So it's very interesting. I don't know how often I'm going to want to play it, but I can see the coolness of it, and I do like area control. For the King and Me, I reviewed this with the kids. I actually gave it the highest rating of the group. This is a remake of the old game DiLisio, where you draw some cards one at a time and decide which one you're going to keep, which ones you're giving to other people. It's a good, cool game. Snakes! A party game I did not think I was going to enjoy, but I ended up liking it. A fun style game in which there's a multiple choice question. Some people know the answer, but they want you to get it wrong. Everyone else is trying to get the right answer. That's it, but it works. Imperial Classics. Now there's also Imperial Legends. The review counts for both of them. It's a deck builder with asymmetrical sides. It is really cool. It's awesome. Tough rule book, tough game to play, tough game to teach. A lot going on. A little bit to the point where every time I play it, I have to think very carefully about it. But it's certainly a game I admire and think there's a lot of, there's so much replayability in the box. I did a classic review of Roll Through the Ages, one of the first roll and writes. It still holds its own today. Mystic Paths, a really great party game. 3 party games this week. Mystic Paths, where you're trying to move your wizard on a mystic path or whatever. You're just giving people clues so they can guess the right words on the path. A nice cooperative game. Ankh, all of us reviewed this one. It's a good game. I really like it. I don't like the merge mechanism, but I like the rest of it. It's in the Eric Lang pantheon here. I think I like it the least of the 3 so far, but that's to me saying I like it. I just like the other ones better. We'll see. Maybe I'll come around on the merge thing, but not so far. And then Clover. Clover, another cooperative party game, very similar to the other one I mentioned, where you're putting these cards in a tray, writing clues down. Everyone else has to figure out how the cards fit into that tray. Good game. I also took a look at all the unlock scenarios and ranked them. I did some more shelves in the Dice Tower library, 5 more great games, marble racing, crowd surfing, look back, lots of different videos. Hopefully you check them out. And we did our top 10 best-selling games. So all that from June. So all that, check it out. Again, we have links in the description for you to learn more about them. Until next time, I'm Tom Vasel, and you've been watching Look Back on the Dice Tower.